on behalf of the Oloku, on behalf of all of Samoa, then he has the blessings of everyone. That's why it's important to stand up and give your blessing now. But our generation, like, man, look at them fighting again. Same man. Every funeral I mention, the same man. You find out that is your uncle. But it's important. The reason why they're standing up is not fear fighting down, fear fighting, but they have to stand up. Because that's their responsibility as a makai. Whanupengas, as I said, guys, there's over 266 villages in Samoa. If there's homework that you want, if there's anything that you need to learn, just learn your own whanupenga, because that is who you are. If you are from, like for me, I'm from Fa'aSamoa, I'm from Leava'a, my father's side, my mom's side is from Salailua, from Wharealupo, I must learn those 4 whanupengas, because that's who I am. And then I look outside, my wife, she's from Lauri'i, Vaipua. I have to know those 2 whanupengas, she's from Lufi, Saleauna, then I have to know those whanupengas. Then at least that's 8 whanupengas I've got. Now I've got 250 something like that. And then find out the people in your circle, your old locals. Those of you that are part of churches, your Pleskenias. Because when you're going to follow stuff, you've got to say the whanupenga. And then the more you practice, the more you get used to it. But the main thing, guys, is find out what your whanupenga is first from your parents. Get that from them. Okay? And it's your job to pass it on to your siblings. Your job to pass it on to the kids. Okay? Types of governance. Just really quickly before we go into our topics. So we have the Palangi system, and then we have the Matai system. Okay? So in Samoa, the Makais meet once every month, first Monday of every month, or every 2 weeks. They have a formal, just like that, in the wall. Who sits in it? Makais only. If your family does not have a representative there, then too bad. That's not the village's problem, that's your family's problem. That's why a lot of us have Makais in New Zealand and Australia, but we always got to have a Makai that's in Samoa that looks after your house, looks after your land, because your family needs to have a say in that. And these kind of others, they say, yeah, bye. You know, you come and kiki, oi, ka karenga e anga po o nga, so mai Australia, straight away. If they find out you're from Sydney, Brisbane, Auckland, whatever, you know, we go to Samoa and we think, you know, you have those cousins that go back to Samoa and Moro Vani, get drunk and then in the village, when you do that, what you're doing is you're declaring war. You're wanting to fight. When you just shoot like that. That's why it's important you know when and where to just shoot. But if you're drunk and you do something wrong, come this fall, everyone's going to know, yeah, Kamalia Joseph, and Eva, yeah, Rakariwa, Rakariwa Malai Sana. So long as skating away, he was drunk last night, he was swearing on the road. So, your Makai, come next fall, or come next week, we want a bovi, we want 2 pua'as, and we want 50 boxes of corned beef, or whatever. And we want $1,000. That's his whaasalama. Does he get whaasalad? No. The main Makai from his family has to. Then they go back to the family. That's why it's important you educate your siblings and everyone else. Our youth can do whatever at the nightclubs, the anything here in Australia. But in Samoa, really, really sacred. Really, really mamalu with the way they do things. So it's important. This fall, they will say, yeah, next month we're having our Makais, Salfai. Then that's when they let everyone know. And then the whole village will come, the whole district will come. And when you sit there for your Makai, you end up paying everyone money. But this is where all these decisions are made. Those formals, those matais. When you look at a matai, okay, break it down into 2 words. Mata, eyes, yai. Eyes on that person. Who can be a makai? Who can be chosen to be a makai? Anyone. Yeah. If you have served in your family, then you have the right to be a makai. It's hard for us, our generation, because a lot of us are makais. The people in Samoa are like, right. ka alusima ke usa wako sua whakaua rai. How are you going to give them? Okay, you can't even follow me out. But there's a different type of service that we do in New Zealand and Australia. A lot of us serve in our own churches. A lot of us serve in our own families. When you find our brothers on, we're the ones that give them money to send back to Samoa. That's a different kind of tautua. But those that are born in Samoa, once they can walk, then you know how to do fi'aus. Young boys, and you see the boys in the umu, kuwa, doing the umu, doing the plantation. Then once they get to early 20s, they start doing speeches. 30s, then they start looking at them, yeah, you know what? You're ready to be a Makai now. 30, 40, then they finally become Makais. Because they have a different way of tautua, a different way to serve. But in order to understand the Matais, there are two types, okay? So that everyone understands peace. The first one is ali'i. Everyone say ali'i. Ali'i. We have the high chief, the paramount chief. And the second one is tula fale. Everyone say tula fale. So sorry, this is in your book, page. Anyone know what page it is? 5. So if we look at page 5, all the information is in there. Okay? 2 types of Makais and how we address them. So we're going to go really quickly, 1 minute, to show you and explain how you address these Makais, because a lot of us make the mistake when we mix up the words, okay? So when we address a lead title, we address them as awhionga. Okay, everyone say awhionga? Awhionga. Some villages, they use susuma, like Maliatoa title. Anyone from Mangomo, anyone from Lufi, those 2 villages, all the Makais are called susuma. But everyone else, 90% of the Makais, if it's an elite title, then it's awhionga. So you're welcome as awhionga. Tongia Lele, is it awhionga? Ali? Tulafan? Ali, yay. So if we were to address Tongia Lele, there's Makai names, Joe Makai names, Kongia Lele, then we'll address them as awhionga, Kongia Lele. Okay, everyone understand? If it's a Tulafale title, so my other title is Lofi Paul from Sanaula, then you guys will address it as Petsalenga Lofi Paul or Tofa Lofi Paul. So there's 2 options there. Don't mix it up. They go, oh my lord, Petsalenga Tongia Lei. Because he's a lead title, he's not a Tulafale title. Petsalenga means to speak. To talk, to speak, he's the orator. Yep. How would you know? So the thing is that you have to find out whether they're Makai or not. But the thing is, you don't go, excuse me, you're Makai? You can't ask them. Or if Fa'aSamoa, like, did you guys watch the movie Orator? Yeah. So remember when the pupu guy, the sa guy comes out with koko and food? And then the Makai from the family, he was eating, and he looked out, he didn't know who he was. So he sent a little kid over to him, asked him, 1, his name, 2, his whaiara, what's his connection to here? And that's what's important. Those of us that are in churches, listen, you'll always hear your parents, yeah, ma lo se fu lo fionga, sala, no ai zali. And then they say, yeah, ma lo lava lo ko fa kui pea. Ai skula fani, because ko fa o whikarenga. But those of us that work in organizations where you're working with Samoans, try and do the research first. As a social worker, we've taught a lot of social workers back in New Zealand this program, and we've got them to find out through, just find out the nafa, find out the family tree, find out, the titles that belong to this family. So we have Whetsalenga Tofa. When you welcome them in a room, because a lot of us are going to welcome them, awhio mai, no awhionga. Awhio mai goes with awhionga. Susu mai goes with susunga. You want to say susu? Susu. And they go, oh, susu mai, no susunga. Be careful with the way you say it. Okay? Susu mai, no susunga. Awhio mai goes to awhionga. Just for the churches now, Catholics, pray enough for your Catholic. Okay? Yeah, Catholics. So Catholic, awhionga, awhio mai, lau awhionga pākele. Why do we call them awhionga? Because in 1845, when the missionaries arrived, it was Tuala and Salah, the 2 Matais from Alatele, which went over to Leauva. They're the 2 main Matais that accepted the Catholic Church. And they gave the 2 Catholic priests the awhionga title. Why? Because awhionga Tuala, awhionga Salah, those are the 2 main Matais that accepted them. If Fa'aSamoa, put your hands up. If Fa'aSamoa, okay? My wife said Fa'aSamoa, don't worry. Okay? So if Fa'aSamoa, you call them Susunga Whawhiangainga, or Sunga Tuina. The reason why you guys gave Susunga title is that 1830, the first church to arrive in Samoa, John Williams was accepted by Malietoa. And when Malietoa gave John Williams the title, Malietoa gave him the Susunga title, because Malietoa is a Susunga title. That's why you call all your whiwhiaus Susunga Whawhiangainga. Okay, everyone understand? Mekos. Any Mekos here? 2. Oh, put your hands together for the only 2. Welcome to the Mekos. Same thing, Susunga Whawhiangainga.